Is it working? Hey, hey, what's going on, guys? Shroomm back here on the stream, using some new recording software here, so hopefully it's going well. How's the quality look? We'll find out myself right now. Hey, looks pretty good to me. We're getting right into it. There's a massive XP boost going on in New World right now. 1.5 times normal XP. We're going to be grinding levels out like crazy. I need to gain 11 levels right now before the 18th. That's actually going to be no problem, and I'm more worried about the skilling right now. So we're just going to be gathering as much resources as possible to max out our skilling and crafting. Hopefully we can get some higher level gear and really be ready for when this new Sands expansion comes out. It's going to be the Restless Sands, I think. I don't know, I haven't done too much research into what the new expansion's going to look like, but it does look pretty cool. There's a desert from what I've seen, and that's about it. I saw a big worm. Guy looks pretty nice. And the stream looks pretty fresh too. Glad to see that. The recording software is working. Let me just tab out for 1 sec here. Too much research into.
Guys, no
Jesus.
shame.
Oh my god. Playing my own video back, playing other videos over the recording. We're killing it already. So here we go. I did a little bit of skilling off stream. I actually, maybe a lot. I managed to get my skill up to 100, and as soon as it hit 100, I was immediately able to use a bunch more resources I had. So my armoring's 113, my weaponsmithing is still only 61. We gotta work on that. Furnishing is pretty low. Do some fishing, cooking, all that good stuff. My jewelry crafting's getting up there though. I recently made the luck ring. This thing's huge. We're getting big extra loot luck out of all of our grabs, and we're gonna get out there. We're gonna be full max skills before the new expansion comes out. So we gotta get to grinding now if we want to make that happen. Let me just check what some of these world missions look like. I'm sure we have a bunch that are ready to hand in. Yeah, only one here, but it's woodlouse bait. I'd hand that in. I think there's like 4 here. Yeah, 3. I'll actually do that before I start gathering things just to clear up my inventory a little bit. We'll fast travel around here. I'm not worried about any of the Azoth cost. I'm always capped at 1,000. So, in the past few videos, we've been working on this musket training and a little bit of the life staff as well. But I'm not using this life staff almost at all. I feel like I gotta use this more on group content where I can level it up really quickly, and maybe I should get a better secondary for now. I was just trying to level up as many weapons as possible, but this probably isn't the one to start with. As for the main quest line, I'm actually stuck right now. It wants me to do this Dynasty Shipyard quest, which I can't do until 55 anyway. But also there's a mutation there this week, so I definitely can't even sign up for that until 60. Alright, here we go. We can actually hand in 2 quests here. Come over to here, and we'll do the same thing. Yeah, I think I just... What did I go up? 2 XP bars there? 1 or 2 even? About 1 full bar, but still. Jeez, we're pumping through these levels. With the rested XP buff and the 1.5 XP right now, it actually compounds. So I'm 3.5 times XP for everything I do now. Handing in these quests, only for 1 more bar will be 3.5 times extra XP. Here we go, right over here. Nice. Hand in this too. Complete this one. What do we got? Oh yeah, some... whatever that is. Nice. We're only a couple bars off of leveling up already. We got a territory standing. Get that increased storage. Nice. Alright, from here, I think we're going to head back to our usual farming spot. I want to collect as much iron, like tier 1 skinning materials as possible, just so that I have resources to work with so we can upgrade some of this gear finally. Or upgrade our, yeah, we're going to be upgrading gear by upgrading our crafting skills, so just got a bunch of work to do. And now we finally have the inventory space to do it. I got about 900 pounds to work with here of space left over, so we'll go fill that out and be back in no time. Come out here, let's see if I can, oh nice, I actually already have the spot marked. I usually make my way down over here, and there's a ton of stuff over here actually. But right here outside this cave, I saw there's an area with like, in like a 10-foot radius, there's like 5 silver nodes and several iron nodes. It's just a massive spot right there. But for right now, we're just collecting tier 1 stuff. We're not even worried about the higher tier, because I have hundreds of higher level resources that I just can't even use right now because I don't have the lower level stuff to supplement, you know? So we're just working on everything we can. Missing turkeys, all the good stuff. This is actually a really good rifle I'm using right now. It has a gem in it that gives me 40% of my damage is converted to ice. So if I use that with my ability, I'm dealing fire, ice, and physical damage. Nobody in the game is resistant to all that. We're pumping out damage right now, and nobody can stop us. I'm ready to take on the world. Let's go. Gotta go a bit south here. I did make a lightning version of the gem I have in right now as well. I think I left it at home though. That'd be pretty neat, because I know some things actually are resistant to ice, but I mean, how many things will be resistant to electricity, right? Could be worth trying out. I'll swap out my gem for that thing and do even more damage. Oh, there's some big iron vein right next to me. Let's grab it before this guy sees it. There's a bunch. Get out of here, fool. Those are my stuff. Oh my god. He was right next to it. I can't blame that guy. Sometimes people will steal stuff from you, but I can't call that a steal. I can't even see. Come here, bud. What's this little cave entrance here? We got a little tiny home going on. Some efficient living space. What do you got in here? I'm sure you have silver. Some iron, nice. Yeah, this loot luck is huge. I've been getting those hidden stashes all over the place. Out of these, we can get a whole bunch of motes, a whole bunch of coins. Nice. We're already up 150 gold. Just turned on the stream. We're killing it already. Alright, here we go. I'm gonna try to make my way out of these trees here. The camera's being cut off by everything. Alright, here we go. We'll just go straight south here. Oh, I suck. There we go. Nice. Oh, our light just went out here. Turn that back on. Yeah, no, nobody can see. The light's gone out. Some iron right up here on this hill. This is it. So unfortunately, the XP buff doesn't work on skilling, but it works out so that if you focus on skilling, you're just going to be passively gaining levels at the same time. So I pretty much don't need to worry about my character level, because I'm just going to be leveling up passively, you know, as long as I'm doing skilling. So I'm going to be killing some things for weapon experience. I don't actually have any 20s yet, but the musket's getting up there in level. Soon we're going to be able to take the sniper affix. This will be nice. We can actually get some optical zoom. Forget that. I've just found some shrooms. Gotta pick these up. You know how it is. Some more over here, actually. I'll pick up this beautiful purple shroom. Let's see. I need to loot all these crates. Whole bunch of nice resources inside there. There's actually a lot of crates like that around this area. There's a lot of plants. There's a lot of there's like a good fishing spot right there, but there's not a lot of iron around here, so I think I'm gonna switch it up, go to a different area. I'll just keep heading further south. It still works out. Why'd that guy throw something at the guy fishing? I'm the one who just shot him. Hey man, what are you doing? Oh man, I see some more shrooms in the distance over there. Gotta go pick them up after this provision crate. Supply cache, nice. Steel shield charm. I don't need protection, I need damage. Full DPS build only. What kind of shield do you think I have on with this musket? Pathetic. I'm liking the stream quality though, I'm glad I got this new software. Just keep pushing through, picking up everything we can along the way. Right over to these beautiful brain shrooms right here. There it is, dude. We even got some fungal slime in there. Pretty neat. I'm going to turn up this game sound a little bit. Trying to hear that music. Just adjust a couple of these things. That should be fun. Nice. 125 mining. star metal can be tracked. I guess that's useful enough. I could just see it on the mini-map instead of having to look out for it all the time. That works. We're still pretty far off of being able to mine Auricalicum, though. I can't get any of those redstones. That's right, we're leveling up everything quick. Popping off now that this XP event's gone live. He says gank when? Yeah, right, I don't have this PvP on. I can't play with PvP enabled until at least max level, come on. Yeah, I'm pretty sure anybody that's max level would be able to kill me in 1 or 2 shots. Like, the musket's actually the move right now, and, you know, you load up a shot, hit me once with a headshot, like, I can't block that. I'm running a glass cannon build myself. I have no defense. I've actually thought of going, like, musket and then sword and shield so that I have big defense while also going big offense, but I kinda can't because I can't split between strength and dex. Like, one of those 2 weapons would just end up dealing no damage. I'm kinda limited to my attributes here, so I can go like musket and spear, musket and rapier, musket, bow, hatchet. Oh, I guess the sword and shield is on here, what? Hey, that could be the move. Yeah, I know the hatchet's really good, but I've not actually tried out the sword and shield almost at all. Harvest a little bit more of this hemp, get some more honey trees, everything we can. We're just filling out our inventory right now. Easy game. We're well past the area when we were getting 3.5 times XP, but that extra 50% XP buff, that's permanent until I hit level 60. At least, you know, for the next couple of weeks, so we're definitely going to be able to hit 60, of course, before the 18th. That's no problem. But like I said, you know, some of these trade skills are just really low. Look at this, level 1 music. Are you kidding me? Level 4 furnishing? Oh, jeez. We got some work ahead of us, boys. Level 1 music, yeah, right. I got like 4 guitars just on screen right now. I don't know if you can see them on the camera. We got one right here, right behind me. Got another one right here, in arm's reach. We got another one right here. Also in arm's reach, you know? We gotta stay strapped. I should get free music skill in the game just because of that. Come on. They gotta hook me up. Yeah, not even going full bard? No, not yet, man. I actually did just make my first guitar because, you know, guitarist in real life, I do have to kind of make the guitar in game. You know how it is. Where's that Berg? That Strandberg? Yeah, man, that's right here. Right next to the gaming chair at all times. Always within arm's reach. The beautiful Bowden Metal 8. 8 strings. This thing's a piece of art. Hell yeah. Chat knows what's up. Strandberg Bowden Metal 8. I'm not sponsored, but you know, hit me up if you're trying to sponsor me. You know, you could send me some instruments. I'll test them live on stream for you. It'll be great. Yeah, just a test, guys. Come on. I really want to show off the instruments for the company. It could be, it's just advertising, you know? I need the Axe Effects XD. Yeah, I don't even play plugged in enough. I have my amp right behind me too, but most of the time I just play unplugged. I'll just play for myself. You know, you can hear discrepancies a bit better. You can hear when I'm not letting the note ring out right or something like that. Look at this guy. Look at this dude. Absolute clown. Trying to take my iron. He tried to attack me back, so he's actually not going to be able to get this other iron node. What a fool. He actually ran over here and then, I don't know, he like didn't see this node either. That's it. You gotta look at the screen while you're playing, man. What's going on? That guy's more blind than chat. Alright, where are these metal nodes at? Ooh, I just plucked out that guy's whole eyeball. Nice. We got one animal eye, a little bit of meat, some red hide. Kinda sucks he only had one eyeball, though. Maybe I was too accurate with my rifle. We gotta be careful next time. Ooh, I see a little bit of iron right here. We'll take this. Oh, what just happened to the whole landscape? Wait, what? What? What just happened in game? I'm so confused. All this foliage just vanished for a second. That was disgusting. I just saw the bare bones of the map. Alright, I'm going the wrong way again. I gotta head back towards my marker. Where is it? I think it's just straight south from where I am now. Yep. Alright, here we go. Big open lush fields. Beautiful. I do want to level up this stuff though before the new expansion comes out because healers are always in demand. If I hit 60 and have a working life staff, I'm going to be getting into every dungeon as soon as the new expansion drops. The only thing that's kind of unfortunate though, the expansion for this game's coming out, and I know the new expansion for WoW is coming out soon too, so I'm going to have two games that I need to play hardcore all the time. That's it, just gives us more stream content, we get a better variety, get more viewer acquisition with the broad appeal content, you know how it is. We're killing it. Alright, let's see if we can head up and over this mountain here. I don't want to have to go all the way around. I don't know, it looks like we might have to though. There's not really any good ledges here. That's alright. I'm sure I'm running past a bunch of iron right behind me. But that's alright. I know where there's a bunch more. I can't see anything through these trees. Sometimes there's iron, like, you know, right in front of you, and you don't see it until you're basically on top. Here we go. Coming out around the other side of the mountain, maybe? This thing's huge. They gotta put a path over the middle. Where are they making me run to now? West Mexico? Man, I didn't even bring my passport. How am I supposed to get back? I think there's another one that's Mexico, right? Is this one Mexico? Let's see, who owns this? Yeah, First Light is governed by Mexico, and this is West Mexico. Nice, guys. Killing it with these names. I think there's another one that's just like ASDF, ASDF, ASDF. This one's governed by Boogaflu. Sinaloa Business School. Killing it. Alright. Like, I don't even know how we got back up to the... This is where we started. How did I get so turned around? Aw, jeez. Alright, whatever. Now that we're back at town, I guess I'll at least turn some of my resources, like, into some more sustainable stuff. We'll smelt some of this iron down. Make it a little bit lighter weight for us. Yeah, I don't know how I just did that full circle like that. Ended up back north. I was trying to go south. What happened? That damn mountain got in my way. Ooh, I'll take this lumber. Sure. Free stuff. Some obsidian sandpaper in there as well. Not too bad. We're already up to 107 ingots. Actually, 116 ingots after smelting all those down. Not too bad. Turn as much of it into steel as I can here as well. There's even less inventory weight to be carrying around. We used all of our obsidian flux we had on us, but I know we have a bunch left over at the other town, so that's okay. Yeah, when we head back to our main area, we'll be able to make some real progress. This is just to lighten up our load a little bit. Alright, I'm gonna leave out the other entrance and see if we can actually make our way to the right area this time. Nice. Ooh, and I actually know of an iron node, an iron vein that's right next to this area. It's right outside town here. Yeah, this is the side that I'm more familiar with. I left under, like, uncharted territory, you know. We gotta follow the path that's a bit more familiar here. Geez, sorry about that. I just like scraped my cup all over the microphone. I'm sure that sounded great on stream. Jeez, it looks like the iron's already gone from this spot. I'm sure this turkey had something to do with it. Pay the fine! He didn't have enough gold. Bit of iron here, though. Nice, nice, I'll take. Can't wait until our skill is high enough to where we could just one-hit these iron veins. I see level 60s doing it all the time, where they'll walk up and one swing of their pickaxe will shatter a whole vein. Like, that looks pretty good. Looks pretty nice. I need some of that skill. Especially with some of these things like gold or star metal. It takes me like 10, 15 swings on some of these. I think there's some chests to find in this area though. We can at least get a little bit of some more sandpaper, some more obsidian flux and stuff like that. Just as we're passing through here. No need to stop. Nice, here's a bit. Oh, good. I pulled milk out of that crate that was sitting in the forest. Yeah, I'm sure that's gonna be safe to drink. There's just a box sitting on the ground, like an ancient coffer. How long has that been there? You just pull that out and drink it? Disgusting. I'm like stuck in the corner here. I'm about to get killed by this no-leg skeleton. Ridiculous. Alright, we're back on our way. Here we go, where's this third cat? We'll pull all three of them to the same area. I'll use the life staff a little bit, just to get some experience with it. Hit each of them once. And then just switch back to the musket to take them out. If I can land any shots here. I just missed half of those. Nice. That's all it takes. Getting a whole bunch of raw hide out of these guys. So it looks like we're a little bit too far left here. I can go up and over this hill, and I know that there's some iron a bit further left, so I think I'm gonna grab the iron from over here and then loop back around to the right area. Yeah, just a small detour here. Can run right past these guys, they're only miners. Yeah, looks like somebody took out all these rocks though. Somebody's already mining in the area. That's alright, we'll head right past to the secret area. Tons of silver, good amount of iron, and there's some gold too, right all in that same area. Actually, if you hang out in that area, you can mine those rocks, and there are some wolves nearby. You just kill the wolves, waiting for the iron to respawn. Hit a bunch of nodes. Get the iron, gold, silver, skins, wood, anything you need. It's a really solid area. Hey, no sneaking up. What do you think this is? Never stood a chance. Oh man, who built this stuff? Look at that statue. My man's huge. Oh, that was a terrible shot. Take out his knee. Yeah, right. Dodge that spear. I see you throwing stuff. You can't hit me. Fool. Man, this guy's got some HP, though, for a low level. That's alright. We'll take his chest. Oh, a bunch of stuff in there. We got some oranges, some milk, some meal, glowworm bait. Didn't even tell me how many items I got. It just said +4 more. Like, huge variety from that. Not too bad. We're getting pretty close now to the area with huge loot. I think it's just right around this corner here. Pull this guy over to us, no problem. Shoot him once to deal a little bit of damage. He runs all the way over to me, so I don't need to go hunting for him to get the skin. Nice. That's actually the cave right there. And all of the silver and the gold and the iron, it should spawn right here, but it looks like somebody else has already gotten to it. There's like huge amounts of veins right here, but yeah, unfortunately somebody already took all that out. Kinda unfortunate. Somebody's already doing our whole loop. Like half of these rocks we've come across have already been mined out. Maybe the gold's in the cave though, at least. We can check. I do see the gold in the cave. Somebody's not paying attention. Man, these guys don't take damage. I don't even know why I'm doing so little to them. I'm doing like 200 damage per shot. This musket's supposed to do 1,000 damage. What's going on? It's that big beefcake right there. We gotta kill the Yeti. I thought this cave was just part of the Christmas event, though. Like, I thought it was just out one time per year. I didn't even realize it was here until I stumbled across it the other day. Alright, this Yeti's actually pretty badass. I'm gonna kill all the other guys in the cave before I even pull him, because he does some crazy damage. We're just gonna come kill this thing. Kill that other rock over there. Load up a shot. Get prepared. Alright, big damage only. We gotta take him out right now. How did none of those shots hit him? He's just not taking damage from a direct hit. What? My shots are traveling through him. Outplayed? Yeah, right. This is like a... My bullets are no-clipping through his whole body. I don't understand. Oh my gosh. What? Why is he not taking damage? Please. Hit the guy. Dude. Oh my god, this game engine. At least 6 of my shots so far have traveled straight up through his whole body. Holy shit. That was actually so toxic. Like, sometimes I miss, for sure. Sometimes I got bad aim and I can miss a couple shots. Right there, I shot straight through that dude's body like 6 times and it just... I don't know. His dodge skill was too high. He says, have you done any raids? Not in this game. I've done a couple expeditions, which are like dungeons. I did a couple, like, to get the weapon that I'm using now, the musket. But nothing too in-depth in this one. Most of the raids and dungeons are unlocked at max level, so I even only have access to maybe 2 or 3 of them right now. I think I unlock a third one at 55 and then more at 60, so... Yeah, right now we're just working on leveling up and skilling so that we can get to the point where we can do the dungeons. There we go, some of this silver respawned in, we can take all of this. These veins are actually giving us huge amounts, we just got 73 out of 1 node. What's that, 155 out of 3? That's not too bad, I'll take it. And we got 175 gold out of just 2 gold nodes there. Absolutely massive. Got a couple bunnies on the road. We'll take them out just in case they have some tier 5 meat on them. That's it. They call me the bunny butcherer. Yo, what is with these camera angles and taking out, like, whole areas of land? Why does the grass keep disappearing on me? Come on, New World. What's going on? We got problems with my bullets no clipping, like my camera's no clipping through the grass. That's alright, we'll head over here. Hopefully there's a couple chests over here. Oh, that level 60 was getting torn up by that legless skeleton. This guy taking a nap? What are you doing, bro? Got a couple iron cartridges, we'll equip them, why not? I actually often don't use any type of ammunition for my weapon. Like, a lot of what I'm doing right now is just low-level farming, so it doesn't really matter, but we could be doing, like, you know, massive amounts of extra damage if we actually had some ammo for it. That's alright, I don't want to really waste ammo, though, if we're killing things like low-level cats and low-level skeletons. There's not really a point for that. I will take these shrooms right here, though. Of course, of course. Some fungal spores, those are nice. Oh, and there's a bunch more silver right over here. Oh no. Oh, this guy just ran right past all the silver. Nice. That's what I like to see. Leaving all the loot for me. Oh, nice. That one rock had 94 in it. Not too bad. We're leveling up like crazy right now. We're gonna be maxing in no time at all. Whoa. Man, I did not realize how large this tower was just walking up on it before. I kinda wanna climb that now. I gotta see what's up at the top. Gotta do it for the vine. Do it for the stream content. I actually can't even climb this. My character's arms are broken, it's okay. He'll figure it out. Come on, get up there. Yeah. Easy win. He never even saw me coming. My guy got shot in the spine and looked the other way. Pathetic. Well, looks like these guys are already running after somebody. I'll just pass right by. Oh, yeah, right. He turned and looked at me. I'm just trying to climb your tower, man. Nice. Looks like this is the entrance right here. We'll start to head up. I can't tell if that's lootable or no. No, it doesn't look like. It is! What? I was about to run away. Gotta take care of these guys that are following me, though. You know what, I'm gonna reload, take this guy out before he aggroes me. Nice. Our inventory's starting to fill up a little bit, but there's actually a few things that we can just disenchant here. We'll get the maple desk. Now we already learned this. Yeah, reclaim a couple pounds there, not too bad. Oh, come on, there's gotta be a secret right here. What do you got? What do you got? Nothing? What do you mean? In the secret underwater sub-cave? I'm sure. Alright, alright. Man, this place is empty. We're just gonna run right past this guy, get this piece of paper. Add to journal. Take him out. Drop a trap. That's it, he's stuck on the ground. Trapped him in that bear trap. I should deal some damage to him. Come on. I just clapped your leg with a bear trap and you took 0 damage? I don't know about that. Especially these guys, they're just skeletons. They got their bones sticking out and a steel spike going through it. I mean... I don't know, if that was me, I'd be feeling some pain. You know what? I'm gonna just stand here and these guys are gonna reset. We'll even hop the fence, get this provision stockpile. Ooh, onions. I know those are worth something. Cauliflower, those are a tier 4. Yeah, those onions are worth like 60 gold each though, those are nice. Ooh, what's down here? We're getting all the secrets today. Yeah, watch this though, I could just stand here and they're gonna run away. Yeah, retreating. Nice. They couldn't handle the power. I don't know how to get up here, though. Like, it doesn't even look like there's any stairs to go up the tower. How do I get up? Not from inside, I guess. So I just can't climb this whole huge tower? Why'd they even put this in the game? Come on. Massive! Let's see, I want to make sure I can't go around or anything, because this could have been cool. There could have been a lot of, you know, ancient urns and stuff for me to take in here. Yeah, not if I get stuck in the corner like this. What the hell? I'm actually, like, trapped in the corner. My character won't move. Climb. Dude. Use your arms. Climb over the thing. Hello? What? I'm so confused. Climbing is actually a thing in this game, so why is my character standing still like he can't climb? I know for a fact you can run up walls like this is Assassin's Creed. Don't play like you can't. You know what? I think I'm gonna head over here, and we can actually get some reputation for the Syndicate as well, which we do need to upgrade. Yeah. Head right over here. Place a new marker. Yeah, how about you guys in chat? Do you guys play New World? Or are you just tuning into the stream? It's a pretty good game. It's a lot of grinding, a lot of skilling, and, you know, leveling up, but that's pretty much every RPG, right? Pretty cheap. It's not like a $60 sticker price. I think it's only like 30. Maybe like 25. Somewhere around there. Solid game to try out though if you got some time. Yeah, I never played it. Not a lot at endgame. Yeah. I think after you do all of the leveling and after you get all of your skills to 200, which it does take like weeks or months of farming to actually get there, to get all of your skills to 200. It'll take at least a couple weeks. You can still run dungeons and stuff, and the more you run dungeons, the better your gear gets, and the better gear that you get from doing the same dungeons, but it can be repetitive if you're just doing, you know, the same dungeon over and over, trying to get better gear the next time you do it, right? Because, like, you get your gear up to level 600, and then, you know, next time you run the dungeon, you might get a piece of gear that's 601, and then you get all of your gear to 601, and then next time you might get a piece of gear that's 602, right? So it's like, it's kind of a slow grind at the end, but, I mean, that's really every game. It's just a lot of 5-man dungeon content and stuff like that at endgame, so the journey is really most of the game, though. It's leveling up your character, leveling up all of your skills, and getting to the point where, you know, you can do the dungeons and start to do even more leveling, you know? But Yeah, it's definitely made in a way to where there will always be something to do, or at least, you know, yeah, I would say that there's always something to do because they also added things like mutations to the game. So not only are there the normal dungeons, but these mutations add extra affixes to the dungeon where, like, this week, enemies in this specific dungeon have the following perks. Whenever they die, they put like a zone of damage under them. They deal extra nature damage depending on the guy. They're resistant to nature damage, so maybe you have to switch up your build and what weapons you're using and the strategies you use to complete the dungeon. You know, things like that. So there is diversity, even though you're doing the same dungeon again. And yeah, I think that's pretty cool. But there's also player housing in this game. You can actually buy up to 3 houses that you can like totally furnish, and you craft all the furniture, so that takes a ton of time, and you can furnish it in any way that you want, fully customizable. I'd say there's a solid amount of endgame content. You just have to know where to look. It's just, they don't have like, 30 different raids, but they might have like, I don't know, 20 different dungeons that are all just slightly different. It's just, it doesn't have the same amount of content as a game like World of Warcraft that's been in production for 20 years that has legitimately hundreds of instances. It has thousands of quests. It has infinitely repeatable content. It has truly incompletable hours of content in that game where there's just so much stuff that you can gather that you legitimately just can't finish it because it's so much grinding. It would take, some people have 4 or 5 years of in-game played time. That's like, if you played 8 hours a day every single day for 15 years, that's what we're talking about of some people's in-game played time in World of Warcraft. It's like an 8-hour a day every day for 15 years are some people's in-game played time. So yeah, that's definitely a game with a lot of content, and you can't really compare this to that because that's a 20-year-old game and this is newer, right? New world. But I'd say it's still really good. Yeah, if you like this, you'd love Diablo. I tried like Diablo 2 a little bit. I did like the free version of Diablo 2. I just tried out the intro and that was actually pretty fun. But from there I moved to the only other Diablo game I played was Diablo Immortal, and that kind of turned me off a little bit of the Diablo games because that was entirely like all of the mobs scaled to your level, so there wasn't really any difficulty in the game. It was all just like the mobs scale to your level, so it always requires the same amount of hits, the same amount of skill to do everything all game. You're kind of just, you do the same thing over and over again from level 1 to max level, and the only diversity content came in things like PvP or dungeons, where the player that spent more in real life money was going to do better at the game. And I'm not trying to spend hundreds of thousands of dollars on Diablo Immortal because that's legitimately what happened. I know that there was an instance where one guy ended up spending like $500,000 in the first 2 or 3 months playing Diablo Immortal. And he actually spent so much money on the game that his character was so overpowered, he would queue into battleground content and one-shot everybody else in the BG. And they would deal 0 damage to him because the gear difference was just so large. It was completely impossible to kill him. It wasn't a skill thing. He would just kill you instantly because that's how the gear worked. And it actually got to a point where his rating was so high that he would not be able to do anything. He could not play the game because his rating was so high, no other players could queue into his bracket. His rating was just so much higher than everybody else's that nobody was even in the same game as him. And, you know, things like that, it just, that game's probably not the Diablo game to play if I'm looking for a Diablo game. I'm sure that there are others that are really good, though. Yeah, Diablo 1 and 2 are the only good ones. That's what I've heard, actually. That 3 was a flop, Immortal was a flop. I hear 4 might be coming out soon, though, and hopefully that has some better things. I hear it has some real monetization issues as well, though, that are quite similar to Diablo Immortal. So that's kind of worrying. Like I said, I never played 1, and I only played 2 just for like the intro quests or whatever, so 2 seemed pretty cool, but since they came out with Diablo 3 and Diablo Immortal and like Diablo Remaster and they're coming out with Diablo 4, like I don't want to get the game that's like super old, right? You know, I kind of want to be doing the new thing with everybody else, but I don't know, maybe I should just bite the bullet and try out Diablo 2. Yeah, Diablo Immortal, some of the gameplay was kind of fun. I played as a necromancer, so there were some really cool skills that you can use. The abilities and the combat were kind of cool, but the gearing and leveling, it was just dry. Every mob in the game scaled to your level to such a point where just nothing was different. Gear didn't matter at all. The enemies that you were fighting didn't matter at all. It was like a mob killing simulator, and I don't know. I feel like they could have done that one a lot better. With very minor changes, I think Diablo could be a great game, but I think they just went about it in too much of a cash grab way, for me, at least. Maybe if I was a millionaire, I'd be more into it, but, you know, right now it is what it is. Like, I know that they have to make money, and I know that they did make a lot of money, but it still hurts from a consumer perspective, knowing that that's a game that I essentially can't play because I'm not willing to spend tens of thousands of dollars. It's, you know, like, kind of cringe. The worst part was actually seeing the guy that had spent $500,000. He had actually unlocked some things that were like, he unlocked like new levels of upgrading his character that, you know, they didn't even show those aspects of upgrading your character if you weren't already at that tier. So he got to a point after spending $500,000 where it was like, great job, you're 10% of the way there to this next upgrade, and then once you get to that, you're 10% of the way to the next upgrade. So he was like $500,000 deep, and his character still had infinite levels of progression. It's not like he was ever even close to beating the game or completing the game after spending, again, $500,000. It was, you know, still just an egregious wall of money. He said it's even like the whole WoW level boosting that you can buy to skip an integral part of the game. Yeah, that's awful. I can see it for people that have leveled up like 20 characters already. I'm actually about to die right now because of knockback in this game. I can't control my character. Hold on, I gotta focus up here for a minute. But yeah, when you level up your character in World of Warcraft, you're actually learning how to play the game. You're learning how to play the class. It's actually one of the most difficult games to play because the class diversity and the dungeon diversity and the enemy diversity, it's just so much information that you need to learn. If you were to just start a new character at level 60, you would have absolutely no idea what you're doing, and you would likely quit the game because it's such an overwhelming amount of new information that you're going to be bad at it. Like, it doesn't matter who you are, you're going to be bad at it. There's no possible way, unless you've either played that class before or you've played the game before. A new player just starting off in World of Warcraft who buys a level boost is going to be incapable of playing the game, and it's going to feel bad. You're going to be max level and you're like, why am I not doing damage? Why am I dying all the time? And it's because you don't know how to play. Because the game said you're max level, but you're actually garbage. Dude, I fucking hate knockback in this game, though, for real. This is actually so toxic, so cringe. This is the worst part of New World by a mile. Sometimes, like, you pull 2 mobs and you just get juggled forever. This is 100% the worst part of New World, is the fact that every mob in the game does knockback. If you allow an enemy to hit you, you just... Like, look, I'm on the floor right now. So cringe. Other than that, like, this is a great game, but I don't like that every mob does knockback. Because I like big destructive AoE pulls, you know, being a World of Warcraft player. I like to pop all my cooldowns, do big damage, big dick damage, big popping off at cooldowns, and like, you just saw me getting juggled by 2 mobs. I was just struggling with that for a couple minutes. Yeah, literally the only thing I understand is tab targeting with a warlock. Yeah, damage over time classes are really fun in World of Warcraft because you could just you press an ability and the mob just dies over the course of 10 or 20 seconds, and as long as they don't kill you in that time, you're good. You pressed your 1 button and he's dead. Yeah, it is like a huge learning curve though, with learning dungeons and especially learning new classes, and I think really the best way to get into it is by leveling. And honestly, like, I've leveled up every class in the game just to try them out. And just to try new things and see what it's like from other perspectives. You know, you do a couple dungeons as DPS and you're like, oh, why can't the tank hold threat? And then you try a dungeon as tank and you see all the DPS pulling and they're like, and you're like, oh, you know, it's actually because my playstyle as DPS was wrong. So if I switch up something here, it'll make the whole thing better. And then you try a dungeon as healer and it's like, you know, yes, your role is a healer, but the more damage you do, the faster enemies die. The faster enemies die, the less incoming damage there is, so you don't even need to heal. And then there's a massive level of differential, like, top-end content in that game is actually... That's, you know, the best game that I've ever played, honestly, is probably World of Warcraft. Like, there's just so much to do. There's so much content, whether it's from casual to max level. If you want to play, like, you know, the 3 basic pillars, tank, heal, DPS, there's like 6 different, I think there's 6 different tanks, 6 different healers, all with drastically different playstyles. So, you know, if you start playing World of Warcraft and you boost a character to 60 and you're like, I don't like this, there are 36 other specs in the game that you can try out that are all... It's like playing a new game. Seriously, it's like an entirely different game that you've loaded up, and that's probably the best part. 20 years of content, and there's infinite quests that you'll never be able to finish, infinite amounts of collection, whether it's through transmog or mount collection, and, you know, all the different classes. So what's your favorite and least favorite classes? For tank, I would have to say Blood Death Knight. Uh, for healer, I really like Resto Druid, honestly. I like the Germination build where I just put heal over time effects on everybody, but that build isn't really viable right now, because, like I was saying before, the more damage you deal in a dungeon, you know, the faster the dungeon goes, and the less healing you need to do, it just makes everything smoother. Resto Druid doesn't do a lot of damage right now, so it's just not S tier. So, you know, in the types of dungeons that I prefer to do, it's kind of not the move. So, I also really like Priest, though, for healing. Holy Priest, so that works out, because it is good right now. You know, even Resto Shaman, Mistweaver Monk, like, I think all the heal specs in the game right now are actually viable. The heal specs are really well balanced, they're all really fun. For tank, Blood DK has always been really the #1 spot for me. I like self-sustainability as tank, whereas something like Prot Warrior, you take less incoming damage, but you still need supplemental healing from your healer. As DPS, there are a lot of different ones I like. Yeah, I think DPS, it really just depends on my mood. I like Shadow Priest. For PvP, I like, you know, Warlock can be fun even in dungeons, but I think the ramp time is kind of slow for dungeons. I mean, that being said, there was a period of time where I was actually rank 1 global Demonology Warlock for Mythic Plus. I was actually the rank 1 global Demonology Warlock player in all dungeons for the world for like a whole month straight. You know, actually pretty cool, but that being said, that class is just not ideal playstyle-wise for dungeons, so I think really any melee spec like, you know, Rogue or Demon Hunter is really fun in dungeons. Hunter can be okay, but, you know, so many people play Hunter, I almost want to switch it up. The latest season, I tried out Shadow Priest because it's finally viable this season in Mythic Plus, where it kind of hasn't been ever. It's always been like B or C tier in Mythic Plus, and for the first time it was pretty viable, so I had some fun with that one. Yeah, you can do anything in that game. Yeah, #1 globally. Yeah, I didn't finish out the season as rank 1. Like, I actually stopped playing that character mid-season, but I was rank 1 global for an entire month as Demonology Warlock. Yeah, that actually felt awesome. I took screenshots. I was like bragging to my mom about that. I was like, hey, look at this. Rank 1 global Demonology Warlock. I'm fucking popping off. I had rank 1 global raid parses as well in Mythic and Heroic raid, and yeah, as Demonology Warlock as well, so that was really fun. But honestly, the reason I stopped playing Demonology Warlock was because it was a pet class, which was also the reason I got into it. The pets are really cool. All of the pets look awesome. They do awesome animations. Sometimes you can get into positions where you have like 30 or 40 active pets at the same time, all attacking the same guy. You're a true fucking necromancer. And you have 40 demons attacking all the same target, and they're popping off. You're doing insane damage. You're blasting. But the game is just really buggy with pets, and sometimes there are issues with the map where your pets won't be able to target enemies because of certain things, like if they're standing on a ledge, sometimes your pets will bug out and like run across the map to try to run up a flight of stairs, and it's like, dude, you were 3 feet away from them. Why did you just run 60 yards away to run all the way back? You know, I just lost 12 seconds of damage uptime. I lost 12 seconds of damage because my pets are fucking trolling. Just like, you know, there were times on raid fights, especially, I remember things like Sire Denathrius, which was one of the raid fights. There were like a couple different platforms with like, you know, big chasms in between the platforms that normally ranged characters would be able to shoot over the gaps in the floor, but pet classes, if you tried to shoot over the gap in the floor, your pets would get confused and they would just stand still and do nothing because they couldn't actually travel over the gap in the floor, and they would end up just standing still and fucking staring at the wall, and your pets are worth like 80% of your damage. So, you know, it doesn't matter if you're pressing every button correctly, the game was just programmed wrong for pets. So even though I was really good at Demonology Warlock, it literally doesn't matter because Demonology Warlock is programmed poorly, which is just so unfortunate because I actually really do like that class. Was she proud? That's hard to say, you know. I think she probably told me to get a job, you know. But you know, it is what it is. I don't think she was quite as excited as I was about it, but I was proud of myself, you know. That's all it is. Yeah, she told me to get a job. That's it. I was like, you know, screw that. I'm gonna be a streamer, and here I am. Hey, like and subscribe. Hopefully, I can keep doing what I enjoy, and instead of doing something like a 9 to 5, you know. He says LMAO being #1 globally is a job. That's actually true. I honestly, if I had put myself out there more and applied to some high-end raiding guilds, I probably could have gotten paid by some of these guys to play the game, but I don't know, that's kind of cringe. Joining a WoW team to like be part of the global elite, like I don't know. I actually earned my rank 1 position by joining pugs with random players. I put together my own groups, I did my own dungeons, I did my own raiding. I raided as part of a guild, that wasn't all me. But as far as dungeons, which was the area where I was rank 1 global for that whole month, I earned all of that status just by playing with random people from the internet, not even doing so with a core team of players. So if I had an actual push group, I probably could have gotten even higher. So I was already rank 1. I could have gone even further than that. You know, even further beyond #1. I could have gapped the competition by a mile. But you know, it was just I don't want to be on somebody else's schedule, and that's really the point. It's also, you know, it's kind of weird, like, go online and you're like, hey, I'm fucking rank 1 global player, you know, I'm not trying to flex about my World of Warcraft status here, so I kind of just played the game for fun rather than looking for other players to group up with regularly. I maxed out my friends list, though. Every time I add a new friend, I have to delete one of the old ones. So I just look back at like, alright, who hasn't logged on in 6 months? I'll kick them off of my friends list and add somebody else in. So I just had, you know, every time you do a dungeon, or every couple of dungeons, you get somebody who's really good, who's like, hey, you know, I could do some more dungeons with you in the future, you know, hit me up if you're on. So that was always a thing, but yeah, never like a scheduled dungeon team specifically. So humble, you make Asmongold look like a tool? Oh my god. Yeah, I don't know if I'd go that far, but maybe. You know, he's a little bit less humble than I am, but I think he's also he has a lot more high-end raiding achievements than I do. He, was a raid leader for a long time, so he was in guilds that pushed to a lot of high-end mythic kills. I did much less mythic raiding. Like, I never got cutting edge, which is killing the final boss of a raid tier on mythic, but like I said, I don't really like to play on a schedule, because these guys that do top-end mythic raiding, a lot of them will raid like 3 days a week, 4 hours per raid night, like Monday, Wednesday, Friday, or Monday, Thursday, Friday, a lot of them. And it's like, oftentimes you're just wiping on the same boss over and over and over again, waiting for the worst player in your group to finally catch up with the rest of you. So, honestly, I'm not humble at all. Yeah, I know that I was better than a lot of the raiding guilds I was part of, and that's honestly why I didn't push further in raiding. Because to get into top-end raiding guilds, you need cutting-edge achievements, and I didn't have those achievements because I wasn't already part of those guilds. So I had the skill, but it doesn't matter if I have the skill. I can't carry the team by myself. There would frequently be times when I was doing, 15 or 20% more damage than second place, and it's like, why am I even here? Carrying the team right now, like, I'm not actually gaining anything from this. I'm spending, 12 hours over the course of 3 days wiping on the same boss, and then we don't end up killing the boss, and it's like, alright, we'll come back next week so that we can wipe again next week on the same boss, because the worst 3 players in the raid couldn't fucking figure out how to do the one mechanic, and it got so stressful. I think raiding in WoW at a mythic level, the worst part of it for me is that you have to do it in a 20-man group. That's why I really like dungeon content, because it's a 5-man group. It's much more manageable, it's much more sustainable, there's much less margin for error. So, like, if I mess up 5% of the time on 5% of the pulls that I do, that means that one person in the group of 20 would be messing up every pull if that was the average. So even if you just if you're 95% accurate across the board, you're still going to mess up one time every 20 pulls, so one person out of the 20 is going to mess up every pull. So, in a mythic situation, you're going to wipe every time, because in mythic raiding, you need every player to play perfectly on every boss, for a lot of them. So, like, specifically the boss that killed 2 raiding guilds of mine, actually, was, I think it was Soul Render, or something like that. It was a boss where every player in the group had to click a chain and drag it across the room, and somebody would fuck that up over and over and over again, and we ended up wiping on that boss for like 3 weeks straight. So we just made no progression for 3 weeks, and spending 4 hours a day, 3 days a week, for 0 progress. Like, I wasted basically 40 hours over the course of a couple weeks, literally just doing the same boss, staring at the fucking wall. I'm top DPS every pull, I'm last alive every pull. It just was not fun for me. So, yeah, mythic raiding it's definitely overrated in WoW, because there's just a lot of problems with it. Mythic dungeon content, though, I actually really do enjoy, because it's much easier to, if you mess up 5% of the time, then you might mess up once every 4 dungeons, and, that's much more okay than wiping for a month straight on the same boss over and over and over again. It just feels a lot better to do the smaller group content. Anybody who plays Alliance isn't allowed on my raid team? Hey, true. They actually recently added cross-faction raiding, so Alliance and Horde players can raid together now. There are some Alliance players who are pretty good, but yeah, I don't know. I'd have to say the average. I don't know if it's quite the same as the Horde players. Horde for life, man. I'm about to die right now. Like, I am... This is like an elite area, and I'm just fucking... I'm in a really bad spot right now. I'm about to die. I can't get out. Alright, I think we're good. I think we're gonna live here. Oh, fuck. I can't believe you done this. I just landed right next to another guy. Alright, here we go. Yeah, so like the main problem for raiding with me was just 20 man. I don't like that the mythic raid is so big. Heroic is fine because you can do 10 man though. So I complete every raid on heroic and I get ahead of the curve, which is killing the last boss on heroic of each raid, but I don't really push it to cutting edge. Time to stream WoW. Hey, soon. I do have some WoW streams up on my channel, but I've just been having fun with New World recently because yeah, World of Warcraft content, like I said, it's a little bit dry right now. They haven't really come out with new content in a long time. And there is new content coming out right around the corner, so I'm kind of just waiting for that to come out in there. At least in New World, I can level up my character and prepare for the next expansion, whereas right now I feel that all my characters in WoW are pretty much ready for the next expansion. There's a little bit of work I can do, but you know, if the next expansion dropped today, I would be fine with it on basically every character. The only character I don't have at max level is Monk, but I have one at 51 instead of 60. But every other class in the game, I have at least one, if not two, at max level. I think I have 3 max level Death Knights, I have 3 priests max level, I got 4 druids, I have I play the shit out of that game, man. Yeah, we're ready for the new content to come out, and that's all we're waiting for. Do you buy tokens for membership or spend IRL? I do a little bit of both, you know. 6-month sub is nice because you get the... you get a bit of a discount, but I also buy in-game tokens just by doing, if you do the Mythic Raid and you don't even kill bosses, you just kill, the trash in the raid, which is super easy to kill. Anybody can kill that. It's not like you're wiping and the trash is reset it, you just kind of roll through and kill stuff. You can get bind on equip items that you can sell to other players for millions of gold. And using that gold you can buy WoW time. So per item it's maybe an hour or two average per BOE, and they each sell for a couple 100,000 gold minimum for the mythic ones. So if I'm doing, yeah, I can definitely buy some in-game WoW time just with in-game currency. Yeah. You would think it takes hours and hours and weeks of farming to farm up all that gold. It's actually really easy if you know where to farm gold. Yeah, the issue is some people think the best method is gathering, and you know, they spend 600 hours picking herbs because they sell for a couple gold on the auction house. Nah, the best way to do it, level to max level and then worry about it, because everything at the highest level of content, even just carrying other players through mythic dungeons, which is also something that I've done, is, you know, mythic plus carries or raid carries, where we have 4 players or, you know, even 3 players who are really well equipped, who can, you know, basically 3-man a 5-man dungeon and carry 2 players in with them that essentially do nothing for the dungeon. We can 3-man the dungeon at plus 15 and, you know, another player will pay for it. They'll get a little bit of loot out of it, and I'll get a whole bunch of gold for all my consumables that I need for the week or whatever. Man, our bags are starting to fill up here. I'm gathering too much of these high-level resources. I don't know how I ended up in this higher level area. I was trying to gather like tier 1 resources, and here I am collecting like tier 4 thick hides. I got too wrapped up in the conversation with chat, you know? That's alright, we can head back up here. Are there any dungeons you can solo? Yeah, absolutely. So, once you hit max level, the dungeon difficulties are like, anything that's under max level, so if there's any like level 50, 40, whatever, you can one-shot everything in the entire dungeon or raid. So that's actually how you can farm like old school raid mounts, is you just run through the place and you one-shot all the bosses and it's no problem. And you can farm for things like that Ashes of Alar mount I know you want. But as for dungeons at max level, it's like normal, heroic, mythic, and those are all actually soloable by pretty much any class as long as you have high level gear. It's obviously harder as like a DPS than it would be as a tank. If I run through on my Blood Death Knight, I can solo any dungeon on Mythic 0 quality. The thing is, there is an infinite difficulty setting, it's called Mythic Plus, where it's like you're doing the same dungeon, but you put in like a keystone that gives the enemies some extra stats, so you're fighting them on a harder and harder difficulty. So that system is infinitely scalable, so you'll reach a point where even a 5-man group can't clear, like mathematically cannot clear the dungeon, but as for the lower level dungeons, yeah, they're pretty soloable. Nice, we've actually already almost leveled up to 50 here. We're gonna be 50 quite soon. Nice. Just about 10 levels to go before 60. Not too bad. I think after I fill out my inventory this time, I'll head back to my actual house instead of just back to this village here. Yeah, I have a ton more resources back up at the main house, you know? I'm trying to farm some gold too so that I could buy a second house, like second and third house. Like I said, you could have 3 houses. I only have 1 right now. Yeah, I'm nowhere near the level in this game to where I can carry other people through content for gold though. I don't have anything right now that's worth selling to other people for like an amount of gold that would matter. I mean, I'm sure if I like liquidated all of my all of my inventories, I would have maybe 10, 15, 20,000 gold depending on what stuff go for, but that wouldn't even be worth it because then I wouldn't be able to skill up my own skills and I wouldn't actually be getting stronger. So I couldn't get to those higher levels, I would just be like stuck at a lower level of income. No point, no point. I can hold out a little bit longer until we're better. Said you should look into a game called Old School RuneScape. I have. It's fun, it's super grindy, just like you said. It's I don't know, I've played it a couple times. It's not really hooked me in though. The combat feels kind of whack in that game, you know. Character's just standing there, he's like fighting a cow, holding a sword, he's like, miss, miss, parry. I'm like, how does a cow parry? It's like, miss. I'm like, damn it. Like, 1 damage. Like, finally, here we go, miss. Ah, you know. I know it's because I'm low level, but, you know, it's just a little tough to get into at first, I'm sure. I'm sure it evens out a bit at higher level. Yeah, it's an acquired taste, and the combat is trash. I've seen some videos, like, I saw somebody playing where they were fighting, like, a boss. It was like a big dragon or something, and it looked like they were actually playing the game, you know? They were clicking around and, like, you know, doing things, doing combat things, but, yeah, when I played, it was just me standing there, like, you know, waiting for the sword animation to finish, waiting for my character to hit this guy 46 times. Yeah, right. As if an arrow could ever knock me back like that. That arrow would just travel through me. Come on. Character's acting like he just got hit by a bus. I don't know about that, man. Arrows are light. They're meant to just travel through me, not knock me back like that. Ooh, this guy has some good aim. Just standing still and he still missed. Yeah, endgame bosses and raids are great. You won't see any of that until max level, and that takes hundreds of hours. Yeah, that's really the vibe I was getting there. Like, max level could be fun, but getting there would be a bit of a grind. I think the skilling and the stuff like that, that was at least a little bit better, but, you know, There's another game that I tried out. It's like similar conceptually, but I liked it a lot better than I liked RuneScape. Um, let me see if I could find the app on my phone right now. It's non-sponsored, of course. It's called Curse of Aros, like Aros. It's basically like a pretty similar game. It's an RPG. There's a lot of skilling stuff, a lot of uh, crafting and gathering, and you kill some enemies. Combat's pretty basic, but there are also some dungeons, some bosses that have some unique mechanics. Don't stand in the bad. That one was actually really good. If you're looking for like a pretty casual, fun, skilling game like that, I'd say Curse of Aros is actually a really good one to try out. Damn it. This guy's gonna run right in and go for that gold, I know it. Haha, got him. That's it, I'll just ignore the Yeti until the level 60 kills him. It would have taken me like 20 shots. That guy killed him insta. I don't mind a grind, but the only thing I'm putting a couple 100 hours into is guitar. Hey, you know how it is. That one's actually not like a couple 1,000 hours grindy, but there's definitely some grinding you can do. I think the inventory management is the biggest limitation in that game. You fill out your 30 or 40 slot inventory at a mining node. You pick up the rocks with your mining, and you gotta like run all the way back to town, empty your inventory, run all the way back. You do the same, like mine the thing, carry it back to town. It's the same as any RPG. Just inventory management is like half the game. But yeah, that's true of everything, like Minecraft, even Skyrim, or even this game, especially early level, you're dealing with a lot more inventory management. I have a lot of big bag space right now, so I have much less issue with it, but yeah, a big thing in basically every RPG is just inventory space, and it's definitely true of that game, Curse of Aros. See a couple shrooms up here on the hill. Gotta take these, you know how it is. Grab that cat right there. Drop a trap. I'll drop a trap on that skeleton over there too. Keep him in place. Hey, you were supposed to stand still. Yeah. Some more iron over here. Don't mind if I do. What? That was a direct headshot. This guy's standing still. There's no way. Man, I gotta work on my aim. Dodging arrows all day. This guy's got nothing on me. Nice. Huge chest. What's in here? Tomatoes, oranges, onions, milk, light meal. What is this? Another light meal. Whole bunch of stuff in there. Nice. I'll take. That's like 5 silver nodes right here. Take this silver, take this second silver. I'll drop a trap for this guy. He was actually very polite. I could tell this guy, like, he looked at me, but he didn't actually start running at me until the silver vein was fully mined. Like, you know, that's the kind of respect I need in these games. Let me pick up the rock and then we'll do combat. It's like somebody waiting for you to put your shoes on in a fight. You know, time to lace up. Gotta get that little show of respect, you know? To arms! We do battle now, Avenger. Easy game. Yeah, how's it been on guitar? I know you said earlier you had bought a new one, like a cheap guitar, just to get you by. This guy in chat, he's a god at guitar. You gotta check him out. If he starts posting some videos, I don't know, I could link him in chat. I'll drop his name in the description, you know? Could be, could be. How's that new guitar treating you? We've already got somebody taking that iron. It's been great. You missed the Strandberg though? Yeah. Oh, I know it. My Strandberg is so smooth. That fretboard is unlike any other guitar I have. I have a few other guitars with ebony fretboards, but they're just not even close to the Strandberg. It's so smooth. What kind of replacement did you end up getting? My keyboard is like not... Alright, we're good. And I thought you had a few guitars actually, like you had the Ibanez and I'm pretty sure you had like, 3 guitars, right? What happened to the other ones? Yeah, you got the Ibanez Talman Telecaster clone. It's a nice little in-between. Yeah, did you end up selling your other guitars? Using them to pay for that Strandberg? Man, that thing was pricey. I got mine right here, like... I get mad when my cat brushes up against the side of my guitar, like... I treat that thing nice. Or at least I try, I don't know. He does have a couple little nicks here and there. He's got like couple little dents on him, but, gotta keep it nice. Yeah, I'm sure you won't be able to see on cam. Let's see if we can piece it out a little bit here. I'm actually going to tab out so that I can check if we can see. Yeah, there's like a little... Yeah, right here. It's got a little nick in it. But other than that, the thing's smooth. I don't think there's any other real nicks besides just that one thing up in the headstock. Yeah, I'd play a bit, but I really doubt that my mic is going to be able to pick up any of the sound coming off of this thing. It's so shiny! Look at those strings! Look at the fretboard. Oh man. It's so nice. So nice. Alright, our inventory is getting pretty close to full here, so I'll start making my way back up. We're pretty close anyway. Actually need some wood as well, so we can fill out the last couple inventory slots with that. Just to help me smelt down these metals. Forgot I had all my good stuff in here. Man, this life staff isn't the move. I gotta try out a different weapon. I mean, we could even just try this hatchet. I think we were just talking about, the hatchet is one of the viable ones. We could also try the sword and shield, which is... That's the one we're gonna go with. I'll try that one out. Sure. Just because this is one that I've, like, kind of never done, aside from the intro, where you're forced to use sword and shield. But, yeah, here we go. I don't have a big shield. I think this is, what, like a level 2 shield? Kite shield? Yeah, I'm pretty sure there are, like, it's like round shield is like a light shield. There's a kite shield and then a tower shield. So I got the middle defense one. Works out. And this thing is even just something I picked up along the way just to try out the build. I don't even know what these abilities do. Oh, something that we equipped just gave us enough dexterity to be 10% bonus to random crit damage against stunned, slowed, or rooted enemies, and extra skinning yield. Nice. Yeah, I'm gonna teleport over to this other town here. I don't really know where any of the, like, I know this one's just a circle and all of the skilling buildings are just right next to each other, but at least in Monarch Bluff, I know exactly where everything is. And all my other stuff is there, so no point. We'll head back. Back to our house, you know how it is. We're actually gonna decorate in here a little bit. I thought I had something else. Oh no, I put it away, I think. We'd go pick it up. Maybe not. Lame. I got this blue house right here. Man. It's, you know, it's not that bad a color blue. I've been ragging on this house for a while. Because, you know, I mean, any other color, right? The only ones in town that I could have gotten were yellow or blue. And both of those, you know, pretty scuffed. In the game, there are some really nice green houses. There's some really nice red houses. Some really nice purple houses. Any of those would have been great. But the only ones here in Marnock's Bluff are either yellow or blue. So just slim pickings here. Nice, we get a few hundred silver ingots. We actually have 562 silver ingots right now. Plenty of stuff to work with. Awesome. As for iron, we're up to 304, but most of it we even crafted into steel. So yeah, we've got 300 iron, 156 steel. For now, I'm going to leave this as iron just until I do a bit more upgrading. Yeah, it's actually better to leave your metals at low level until you do things like armor crafting, because you can use these leathers for like higher level leather armor, but you're using lower level metals and you still get the same amount of XP out of it. 200 IQ. No need to waste resources. Yeah, we've got 2,000 thick hide right now. I have nowhere near enough leather to upgrade all this. We need to be killing a ton more enemies that are like rank 1. Boom. 91 layered leather. Nice. Let's see, what do we got in here? I can do this. I don't know, maybe I shouldn't have. For the same reason as before, right? We'll make it work. There we go, what can we make? Some silk. Yeah, but I'm all out of low level leather because I just screwed myself on that. And for this reason, I'm screwed in the opposite direction because I just made all my linen into high level. Damn. I was literally just talking about why it was a good reason to not upgrade your stuff to higher level, and then I did it anyway. Oh boy. I didn't even know I could make this. Ooh. This stuff is basically on par with what I'm wearing right now, actually. Our skill's getting pretty high at this point. Yeah, that was all between 405 and 420. I'm wearing all 420 gear right now. Yeah, let's see what we can upgrade over here, though. Using some of these metals. Again, we need low-level leather. Alright. That's something that we can actually gain really easily right over here. So I'm going to drop off as much as I can in the storage, and then we'll head right over. Just to balance things back out. I know it just came off of a huge... yeah, we were just gathering for a while. I ended up wasting half of the material. Yo, there's 3 quests to hand in there? With what items? Layered leather? I'm not handing that in. 40 layered leather? That stuff goes for like 10 gold each. You want me to spend 400 gold and I'm sure you're gonna give me back like 10 gold? Good deal, man. Oh. Yeah, head right over here. There's a bunch of bison in this area that we can kill for some free XP.